Morning everyone and welcome back to YTCSC. It's YouTube's Celtic Supporters Club. I am your host Mark and I've got a video today about some transfer updates. Not one that we maybe want to hear actually, but one that's rearing its head, which potentially there'll be more of this, more clubs circling pretty soon. Anyway, before we get started, please like, subscribe, click the bell and share this video please to any Celtic like-minded people. We're nearly 800, we're ramping it up quick this week. We went from 700 to 800, so that's brilliant. Again, before we get in it, I'm going to, last time plugging it, the Bruni competition. You can win this Bruni wall art for free. All you need to do is comment your name in the post and I'll get you in. We've got about 26 people now, so plenty in there. But you're 1 in 26, 1 in 27, 1 in 30 to win it. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, first things first then. I know Brian done a wee video on it yesterday. I'll just touch on how superb Celtic were yesterday. Celtic 4, Newcastle 0. We absolutely battered the Geordies yesterday, and we showed how good a team Celtic can actually be. Some of the intricate play was excellent, and I seen something that I moan about quite a lot with the striker coming so deep, but the way we done it yesterday, it worked. An absolute treat. Striker coming really deep, taking a pass from either the keeper or the defender and flicking it around the corner, and it all happens. It was brilliant. So we get Engels with a penalty. He's our penalty man now. I think it's good to have somebody that can actually convert penalties, and you have a bit of trust in him. So long may that continue. Johnny Kenny scored from a Nick Pope absolute howler. Kenny should have scored about 5 minutes before. I was screaming at the telly that they'd missed that. He should have scored that, but he was given a gift from Nick Pope with that stupid header he was trying to do, and I don't know, goal to slot it in. And then Yang scored from an absolute brilliant move from Celtic. That was what I was talking about earlier, with Kenny coming away deep. Kenny was very good yesterday, and I done a video pre the Newcastle match, and I'd said there I'd like Kenny to start, and that's how it transpired. I think Kenny's becoming a very good player. Yes, he should have scored that goal. I think he bottled it a wee bit with the keeper so close to him, but he should have scored. But overall, all round, I thought Kenny was very good. And I'd like to see Kenny stay and fight for his place at Celtic. But that was a cracking goal. We flicked round the corner. McCowan's ball through to Maeda. Maeda's chopped inside and played it right into the path of Yang. Brilliant goal, brilliant Celtic goal, playing through the press. It was really, really good. And then Big Scales got a header, and it was nice to see the interplay with Tierney and Hatate down the left-hand side, and a wee perfect cross in. Actually, you wouldn't have had Taylor. Greg Taylor wouldn't have pinged it in like that. But Taylor's just put that Tierney, sorry, he's just put that right on Big Scales' head to give Tierney's first assist back at Celtic Park, which was nice. Some reception he got actually from the fans, which was brilliant. It was nice of Brendan Rodgers to do it that way, so that he could take the applause and get the fans roaring for him. Also nice to see him giving Inamura a deserved clap off the park. Thought Inamura was very good again. And we sent Newcastle back up the road, probably with more questions than they had answers. I think they were looking to see how their new players got on, but we destroyed them yesterday, and it's a good sign. I know that we're well ahead of them in terms of our fitness, and we're maybe 2 or 3 games ahead of them in pre-season, but we were still far better. I think we would have beat them even if they were up to scratch. Okay, so moving on then, we had the introduction of Shin Yamada, which was excellent. He was paraded to the fans before the game. Fans got to see him, and I've been reading some really interesting stuff, comments from Brendan Rodgers, what he will bring to Celtic, and it's a typical what the Japanese boys bring. But one thing he said stood out, and I don't know if you're aware of this or you have heard it or read it, but he said that he's faster than Kyogo and Daizen Maeda. Now, if that is true, that is going to be something to see. If this boy is faster than Maeda, wow. I think Maeda is absolutely rapid and he beats most players for pace. If this boy Yamada is faster than Daizen, then wow. I hope we can utilise it. The problem in Scotland is that stupid low block that we come up against all the time, and players with pace struggle. I think if that's their big asset, they can struggle unless we get the ball forward fast enough, which is what Celtic need to do more. They done it really well yesterday, but up against the low block, it has to be one touch, fast, flowing football, and that's how you get players like Kyogo, Daizen, and Yamada in. That's how it'll work for them. But that was really interesting. He's faster than Maeda. Must be rapid. Looking forward to seeing that. Okay, so we've got Jude Bonnar out on loan. We know that he's out in air. He scored his first goal yesterday. I'm going to play a clip of that in 2 seconds. Scored after 8 minutes. It's good to see the young guns going out on loan and doing what they should be doing. Let's keep our fingers crossed for Jude that he can go out and have a very good season, learn and grow as a footballer, and get back into the Celtic first team next year. Goal's a peach, an absolute peach. Collects the ball outside the box, cuts in with his left foot, and then curls the ball with his right foot right into the top corner. And the keeper has got absolutely no chance with that one. It was an absolute belter. So well done, Jude. And I'll play that for you now. Belter, eh? Absolute belter. I thought he was super composed, and what a finish that was for the guy. So he's one of the ones that I think I'm hopeful that can do something this year, and as I said, learn and grow and become a better player. Then maybe come back and challenge for the first team. We need some of these young boys to come through. We've seen in the pre-season that we've got some talented players. They just need to go and learn and get ready for the rough and tumble of Scottish football. Not in this Highland League. It's not working for me. So good luck to Jude, and let's hope he can do something this year. Another wee bit of news is Rapid Vienna are meant to be looking at Tilio, and that's to replace Janssen, who they've recently sold. Would we want to see him go out on loan, or would you be happy for Tilio just to go now? I thought he done okay as well. I think everybody done really well against potentially a poor Newcastle or an unfit Newcastle, but I thought he done really well. He's rapid as well, really quick. I don't think Brendan Rodgers fancies him much, and I don't think he's got much chance. So if an offer came in, what would you prefer? Would you prefer a loan, go and play with a Rapid Vienna, or would you prefer for us to sell him? I'm not sure if Rapid Vienna would just come in just for a loan without an option to buy anyway, but let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, so let's get down to business. The main reason I wanted to do this video is regarding Daizen Maeda. Maeda is our catalyst for everything that we do well, for the press, to get the team up and energised and defending well and defending with pace, and everything he does is just done with energy. This is a player, in my opinion, that Celtic should not sell at any price, no price at all, even if you get another 1 or 2 years out of him, which is one of the things I'm going to talk about. He's 33 goals last year and 12 assists. He just epitomises Celtic and how we play, and that's for me is we should not be entertaining any bid this year for Daizen Maeda. However, there are teams starting to circle. The good thing and the good news is Celtic are they're sitting down and they're trying to put a bumper package together for him. And if it was me, and I was Brendan Rodgers, I would be forcing the board to go over and above what they normally do, what they normally pay, and just ask the guy to give us 1 more year, and give us that year in the Champions League. give him a bumper contract, give him a good wage, because teams will be after him again next year. If we can sit down and do that and get him to stay for another year or two, would be amazing. But teams are starting to circle. I'm surprised we've not heard many more, to be honest. I thought there would be far more, but right now we've got Brentford being one of the teams quietly going about their business with Maeda. Apparently, Team Talk, they've confirmed Maeda's representatives are in discussion with Brentford right now. How true that is, I don't know. Would I be surprised? Absolutely not. I'm more surprised that we don't have a dogfight in our hands, to be perfectly honest, with other clubs, Premiership clubs. You know, some of the top clubs in England should be looking at this guy and thinking he's what a player, pace, and he's become much better. His goal scoring record was excellent, but he's become a better player, an all round player. So Brentford have recently lost their manager. We know that he's went to replace Big Ange at Spurs. And they've lost a few top players as well, and Maeda seems to be top of their shopping list. This will make a wee bit of sense, this one, because it looks like Mbeumo will be signing for Manchester United in the next few weeks. I think that one's all but wrapped up, and that'll be about £71 million. That means they've got £71 million to spend, and I know that's not what they're going to pay for Daizen Maeda, but are they going to come in with an offer that Celtic can't turn down, 35-40 million? Is he worth it? I think so. If you're talking about players we've sold for 25-30 million, I think Daizen Maeda's worth that and more. Will they pay that? I don't know. Will Celtic take a £30 million bid? He's 27 right now, like I said, and he might see this as being the right time for him to move. 27 is coming to it's not the end of your career, right? But it's you're at your peak. You know, you're at your peak powers, I think. You've got one or two big contracts left, potentially one, because when you get into your 30s, you're not going to get offered the big money. So if we have clubs like Brentford looking at him, there's also a link with Everton. I know there's been a link with Everton. Everton are sniffing around him, and as I said, I'm really surprised it's only two. I thought at the back end of last year we would have hordes of clubs trying to get him, and it would be a bidding war, and Celtic would have to sell because the money would be so good. But he might think this is the right time for him to go and make 3, 4, 5 times your wages. I don't know how much money they would pay. I hope not. I hope to God Celtic keep a hold of him, and we're talking about Maeda smashing it in the Champions League this year with Celtic, and not the fact that we got 35-40 million and didn't make the Champions League because we didn't get through the qualifiers, or we get to the Champions League and we don't do so well because we've not got enough quality. We've sold too many first team players, in my opinion. I think Taylor going, Kuhn going, Kyogo last year. I think we need to see the stop of first team ready players going. Yeah, get rid of maybe the boys like Tilio and the guys that we have. Get rid of who weren't featuring. I know we would have liked to have seen the Rocky stay, but that's gone now. Big Lager Bielka, these kind of players who don't really feature, yeah, I'm all for it. Look, if you want to get rid of them, get rid of them, but we need to hold on to the core of our top first team players, and Maeda is the number one guy for me. We have to keep him. I'm sure Celtic will make every effort to keep Maeda, but will it be enough? Will it be enough for him to say, yeah, listen, I'll give you one last year? And maybe that's what you do. Maybe you say to him, look, we'll give you this extra 4-year contract, but we're only looking for a year. We're only looking for one more year. And then if clubs come in, then you can go. So that basically is the big one for me. It's the big concerning one. Daizen Maeda being linked with Brentford. I am pretty sure we are going to see this start to grow arms and legs, and we're going to see other clubs being linked with Maeda, and like I said, they'll end up a dogfight for him. Once clubs know that other clubs are serious, I think we'll have 5, 6, 7, 8 clubs in for him, and it will be a bidding war. I hope to God I'm wrong, and I hope we keep him for another year at least, because I love the guy and I think he's a phenomenal player. but just to let you know that is the rumours, and that is what is meant to be happening. So let's hope we keep Daizen, and let's hope he doesn't leave, but just be aware that there are clubs now starting to sniff about him and talk to his representatives. Okay, so if you've not subscribed, please do so. Click that bell, that'll let you know when the videos drop. Let's get to 800, and then we're going to be pushing to the 900, and then let's get to that magic 1,000. We want to get to that 1,000. But thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a lovely Sunday, and we'll catch you on the next video.